Hello everybody, this is Red Vinyl Kitty and
Master Pravus.
And today we have a semi-cooking with Kitty where I will be giving Master Pravus a bowl of potatoes and telling you about them instead of showing you how I made them because, well, I will be showing you a little bit how I made them, but mostly telling you about them while Master Pravus enjoys them because
I don't get these all the time. These are special.
That's true. And also, they're not that hard to make, and I don't really need to show you mashed potatoes. They're not. I'll explain. He would explain, but he's eating. When Master Pravus was little, itty bitty, his father worked at a hospital, and he used to bring home flaked potatoes. And I knew that. I've known that forever because he used to tell me that all the time. So I know that one of his comfort foods is flaked potatoes.
Not just any flaked potatoes. I could never find the same flaked potatoes because I had no industrial ordering power.
That's true. It's a special kind of flaked potatoes, but I don't have them and nobody has them either. It's like the hospital flaked potatoes are really comforting to Master Pravus. But luckily he doesn't go to the hospital very often. So anyway, recently, but not too recently, and he's perfectly fine now, Master Pravus got bronchitis, which we believe that he picked up at work when everybody was getting bronchitis. And it wasn't COVID, it was bronchitis. Because he got tested for it, and that sucked. But I didn't know what to do to make him feel better. And I'm always looking for new recipes, and I'm always trying to find things that I can make for him that will make him feel better. And while I don't have his mashed flaked potatoes from the hospital, I know he still loves potatoes. In fact, I don't really know very many people who, I'm sure somebody doesn't like potatoes, but
potatoes.
He still loves potatoes. So I thought maybe I can look up a new potato recipe and maybe that will cheer him up. And so I looked up a potato recipe, and what it said is if you take the potatoes and you put them through a sieve, that it makes them really smooth and creamy. And I thought, what the hell? I'll give it a try. So I took the potatoes and I just boiled them. This is why I didn't put this in the kitchen. There was no point. If you've made mashed potatoes, you already know. You just cut them up, you peel them, you cut them up, and that's what I did. I peeled them, I cut them up, and I put them in a pot like normal, and then I drained them when they were soft. And then I just, I started putting them in a sieve. And I took a rubber spatula and I really slowly started working them through the sieve. But it takes a long time, which is fine. Master Pravus is worth it, and I'm happy to do it. I will say he doesn't like a lot of spices in his potatoes. Cheese is not a spice.
Cheese is life!
I don't mind putting cheese in his potatoes, but I don't consider it a spice. And at the time, because he had bronchitis, we were avoiding dairy because, you know, you're supposed to avoid dairy when you're sick with a cough. So I didn't put any cheese in there. I make him cheese all the time. He's fine. I make him cheese all the time. Anyway, so I didn't put cheese in there. I put salt, and I added just 3 shakes. Not even of like fresh cracked pepper, but like table pepper. And at the time when I was doing it, I was like, I hope this is okay and that he'll like it, because he likes black pepper, but it's hit or miss. Sometimes he likes it, and sometimes he's like, oh, I could taste the pepper too much, and I just never know if it's going to be good or not. So I made him 3 shakes of black pepper, salt, and I put the potatoes through the sieve. And I brought it to him, and I said, I hope this makes you feel better, because I was trying to make him something that would make him feel better. And he took a bite, and he looked at me, and he said, it tastes exactly like the hospital potatoes when I was growing up.
It does.
And he said, did you make me flaky potatoes? And is it a new brand? And I said, no. No, that is not flaky potatoes. He was like, what did you do? What did you do? And I said, I put it through a sieve. And it took me a long time. It took a lot of time, but you're worth it. But that's what I did. And it was exactly a lot of salt, but only 3 shakes of pepper. But you know, that's what it is. So if you want your nostalgia hospital potatoes.
My potato fix was good.
If you're sick or sad or just want your nostalgia hospital potatoes from when your dad brought them when you were...
Or a good workout for your forearms.
If you want a good workout for your forearms. But I will be happy to make you your hospital potatoes. So
those were delicious.
Those are it. If they're just like... If those are the ones just like when you grew up, then that's what it is. That's the secret.
I love them. They were so good. They ran out.
There's a little more downstairs.
Not for long.
I'm glad you liked them. I hope you enjoyed hearing the semi-cooking in the kitchen with Kitty. And we will be back soon with more vlogs. And thank you for joining us. Mew. Bye.
Bye, everybody.